Welcome to this module on setting personal goals and KPIs. Really just a short module on setting objectives and measures. I find that lots of people struggle with setting personal goals in business, setting business goals, but also personal goals and KPIs. And I think one of the reasons is they make it too complex. So let's just go through some simple frameworks. So the first simple framework is just how we set it up and how we structure it. And I like this really simple structure of we have an objective, so we have an overarching objective. I'll show you an example in a minute. For each objective, then we come up with a number of measures. It could be 3 measures, 4 measures, 1 measure, 2 measure, whatever. And then for those measures, we require targets. So my example here is it's a personal one. If we want to improve fitness, some of the measures of our fitness might be a bleep test, which measures your level of fitness. Okay, so and then from that I'll set some targets. So now we're at 6 and 6, but in 1 year we'd want to be at 8 and 8, and you might want to look up bleep test to work out what that means. But you get the thing. So weight, you might say I'm now 95 kilograms, and I'd like in 6 months' time I'd like to be back to 85 kilos, and then maintain that. And another measure of fitness is then body fat. So not only do I want to lose my weight, but more importantly I want to get my body fat percentage down. Currently at 24%. 6 months' time, I'd like that to be 18%, and then in 12 months' time, 15%. So you can see how we've sort of layered that. So they're all measures that help you determine whether you're actually improving your fitness or not. So that's the first thing. Brainstorm the objectives you want to get, and then from that create some measures. Now, where do you get your objectives from? We're talking about personal and possibly some business goals here, but let's say in a personal situation, I would use something like the life balance model, which has been part of some of the other training that we've done, and use it. So you might set use each of these areas as areas in your life where you'd like to set some objectives. So the life balance, models talks about family, social, which is friends and colleagues and those sorts of things, personal finance, your philosophy and spiritual nature, your mental, which is your mental well-being, and also but your mental personal development, and then your health and fitness. So in the example here I've chosen one objective around health, but you might want to pick some other objectives in that space. So it's a really good model where you don't have to have an objective for each area. Pick the ones that are most important to you, but it's a good place to get your objectives from. Okay, and then you just create a simple statement, improve my fitness, spend more time with my family, develop an investment portfolio. If you remember back to the personal one-page plan model. Okay, so use those as objectives, as a framework, to help you make objectives. In the business area, I tend to use this balanced scorecard. So this is out of work by Kaplan and Norton, called the balanced scorecard. And basically the model says, if we've got good people and systems driving good processes in our businesses, those processes make our customers happy. Happy customers give us money, and then the process goes on. So that's a sort of balanced scorecard. Now you can use those 4 areas to set yourself objectives for your business and then break those down. So you might look at your role and say, okay, really I'm just focused in that customer space, and maybe pull some customer objectives out, all right, to build into your framework. All right, so remember, use a simple framework: objectives, measures, and targets. And then to do that, we've given you a worksheet. So download the worksheet here. It's just really simple. So the area is the area that you'd like to work in. Let's say it's health. The objective is improve my fitness. And then we went through some measures and some targets there. Now I've given you space to put a couple in here and there, but you can expand on this model as much as you like. Okay, so really simple concept. All right, so once you get that framework mapped out, sometimes it's a good idea to say, okay, that's where I'm going longer term. So you might have targets over 1, 2, 3, 4 years, but you might say, okay, let's pull out and let's set a key performance indicator for the next 12 months. So what I like to do there is just use this structure here. It's called VQTQ. It's a great way of creating a key performance indicator or measure. And basically VQTQ stands for, the bottom left hand side there says for verb, quantity, time frame, quality. Okay, so you create a simple statement. So convert some of your guess your measures and targets into a simple statement. So, you know, the example I've got here is I want to weigh 85 kilograms by the 30th of June at 18% body fat. Okay, so verb is weigh, quantity is 85 kilograms, time frame is by 30 June at 80% body fat is the quality measure. Okay, now sometimes you won't have a quality measure or a quantity. You know, you may have one of the Qs. That's okay. It just might be weigh 85 kilos by 30 June. That's okay. Or it could be at 18% body fat by 30 June. Your choice. But sometimes they're more powerful if you combine them, because just weighing 85 kilograms by itself may not be enough. You actually may want to get your body fat down. All right. So that's the model for setting some personal goals. Just take that model, apply it to the work you've been doing, set some goals for yourself, and then build those into your one-page plan. Okay. If you've got any questions, just email me or pick up the phone. Happy to talk to you about it, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you.